Hello everyone, this is Mike History 2, and welcome to the final episode of this timeline, episode 8 of season 2 of What If the Ottomans Were Christian. And at last, we make it to the 21st century. This is one you will not want to miss. Now again, this is a collaboration I am doing with Julius Caesar. Please watch I would say just watch all the videos in the collab, but especially watch the last few episodes. The last one was by Julius Caesar. He covered decolonization. Before that, I was covering the Cold War and World War III. Before that, he was covering the World War. So at the very least, watch those last three videos, basically just 20th century history, so that you can understand 21st century history. Sound good? Okay, so now I assume you have watched those previous episodes. And now we finally get to the part that is really relevant, the 2000s. The year is 2001. It's not just the beginning of a new century, but a new millennium. But tragedy will strike. On September 11th, a fundamentalist Christian from Angola, whose family was killed by the liberal puppet regime there, hijacks a plane heading towards Los Angeles. As he approaches the United Nations headquarters where the NATO leaders are meeting, rather than flying into it, he simply drops a nuclear bomb over the city, completely eviscerating it and making it the deadliest terrorist attack of all time. Due to the internal weakness of American society at that time, as well as all NATO leaders being dead, America completely collapses. The African Americans are the first to take advantage of the chaos and begin a huge rebellion throughout the Southeast. Klein Venedig, taking advantage, rises up and conquers large parts of the border regions, reestablishing conservatism throughout those areas. The Mormons, tired of being oppressed, establish a new theocracy of desert in Utah, and their ultimate goal is to make it to Missouri. Meanwhile, New England establishes a Protestant theocracy, reviving the old Puritan way of life that had began their entire region in the first place. Meanwhile, the French in the northeast of the country defect to Canada. Still, the United States manages to reform itself as a less extreme liberal republic for a while, and things seem to go back to normal. Now, although the United States is smaller now, having ceded land to Canada, to Klein Venedig, and to an independent African America in New England, most of the country is still under their control. However, that will all change in 2016. That is when the renowned far-left social justice warrior, Donald Trump, demands that America returns to its more liberal roots. He and his supporters begin a campaign known as the Mala Movement. Make America liberal again. So then, in 2017, Donald Trump is inaugurated as President of the United States, and things soon began to go downhill. Now in 2020, just as things couldn't seem to be getting any worse, a pandemic known as COVID-1984 is first detected at a lab in Hiroshima. Cases soon start spreading worldwide as this is revealed to be a biological weapon sent by the Japanese government to weaken its rival, America, whose president, Donald Trump, they see as extremely dangerous. Now back in America, Donald Trump demands that Klein Venedig stop sending its immigrants to his country, who are secretly being supported by the conservative American Party, known as the Democrats, who know that they are more likely to vote for them. In 2021, Donald Trump demands that Klein Venedig builds a wall on its border. It refuses, and so does the conservative Democrat Party. Infuriated, on January 6th, 2021, Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building and successfully established Donald Trump as dictator for life. And so what does Donald Trump do as the dictator? Well, we now get to 2022. On February 24th, he makes an impassioned speech.
The purpose of this operation is to protect the LGBTQ+ and people of color who, for 8 years now, have been facing oppression and humiliation perpetrated by the white, male, privileged Tenochtitlan regime. To this end, we will seek to demilitarize, denazify, and deprivilege Klein Venedig, as well as bring to trial those who have perpetrated many, many bloody crimes against civilians, including against citizens of the USA. The US gay, I mean. Make America liberal again.
Having no more patience for Klein Venedig, Trump announces a special military operation into Klein Venedig and nearly takes their capital, also called Klein Venedig. But the American forces are pushed back. So what will happen? Well, the rest is history. Okay, this episode was probably the most fun to record. Julius and I had a blast writing this one because, it actually involves contemporary politics. And so that is the end of this timeline. It's kind of crazy to think we have done an entire timeline of what if the Ottomans were Christians, and it ended up with liberal Donald Trump announcing a special military operation against Klein Venedig. Anyways, we managed to cover 7 centuries of history, and this was really fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. And the final episode on culture will be out on his Julius Caesar's channel next time. So don't forget to check that out to see how the culture of the world is going to be different because of the timeline. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next time for a video about regular history. Bye.